third year in a row you finally got over the line.
I know.
This year.
Yeah, I know.
What was the difference? What was the difference about this season for you as coach?
I actually don't think there's a huge amount of difference. I think that's the challenge, is you get measured on this last result. But I actually thought over the last 2 years we've worked incredibly hard, and this year wasn't any different. Probably the biggest difference is that we've had these experiences now, and so with that we've had continuity of players. We've had 8 that have been retained, 5 from year 1, then to 8 from year 2 to 3, and I think that makes a significant difference. I think the leadership within our group, led by Katrina and then followed up by our other 4 leaders, they've learnt to share the load and to also step up when it's required. So there's a huge belief, and when you've come close, you believe you can go one more. Now that we've done it once, the challenge is, can you keep repeating it? And that's an awesome challenge to have at high performance level.
And Katrina, for you, what was the feeling for you to walk out into that crowd, haka in full swing, crowd going a bit mental there? You walk out and you're like, oh yeah, I'm pretty composed, but then you get out there and it's reality. So what was that feeling like for you?
Yeah, I think we've had a really, really good day today. From as soon as we saw each other at run through this morning, and it was a really, we were really confident, not in a arrogant way, but in a good arrogance. We know we've done the work, and we knew we were coming in here and we were going to put our best foot forward. We know what the past has been, and we've learned from those experiences, and we just wanted to enjoy the moment. If you're not enjoying it and you're not in it, then it's kind of a bit of a waste, you know what I mean? So we really enjoy each other's company. We love playing with each other. And this is for each and every one of us who have worked hard, 28 weeks now.
And for you and Sulu under that hoop was pretty physical under there. I mean, you had Charlie running around being the mobile shooter and Maya holding underneath. So how did you combat that and keep, a sound, mindset as well?
Yeah.
Your mates on the ground every 5 seconds.
Oh, we know that we can't get everything. We're a defensive unit who know if we just keep grinding and doing what we do, we will get ball eventually. And that's what we just wanted to do. We don't get down on ourselves if it goes over our head, or if we, they get a bounce past us. That's not a big deal. Pick yourself up and go again. And that's kind of been our mindset all season. And we're a defensive unit of 4. And all of us have each other's backs. And, when one goes to the board, the other one has to back the other one up. And we just wanted to keep moving. And we picked up some ball, but obviously we would have liked a lot more. Scoreline was nice and close. But you know what? I just thoroughly enjoyed the game. I was very happy to see it end with us on top.
Katrina, you've been at the Pulse for a while now. What does it feel like to finally get the main title for the region and the franchise?
Yeah, it was interesting how the stars before this, coming from the bottom. Now we're here coming to the top, and I'm like, hold on a second, you don't know what coming from the bottom and coming to the top is. So, been around a while and really gone through this franchise through all its ups and downs, and I'm stoked to have stuck around to get us here. This is awesome, going from 1 or 2 wins a season to only losing 2 games and winning the final. It is awesome, and I think it's a true testament to our management, our Pulse staff. What they've created in our office and our background is unreal. We're our Beco team 3 times champions. The Pulse made the final 3 times. Obviously doing something right in development and with the team we've got and retaining players. So it's, I think we've built something and created something, and Yvette has a massive hand in that, of people enjoying themselves and wanting to be here. People turn up to train and wanting to train. And I think that is quite tough to do in a franchise week in, week out, day in, day out. And creating that is massive for us.
Within the last 12 months, you personally, it was Commonwealth Games last year's final.
I don't know what you're talking about. 12 months has been fine. But yeah, I have
been a joyride.
Yeah, so I didn't realise that the sport was going to be so much of an up and down, to be honest. But I feel like I'm primed now for anything. Once I get out of netball and go into the workforce, I feel like I can tackle any job. But it's character building. It's making me the person I am. And I think this year, coming to the Pulse after the last 12 months has made me really just stop and enjoy what we have. Otherwise, it goes past so quickly, and there's so many downs that if you're not enjoying the ups, then those downs are so much worse. You know what I mean? So it's, I'm very lucky to be part of such an amazing franchise, and this team is next level awesome. I've just loved it, and that's every single one of us have built that culture and made it what it is. So I can't say enough about them.
Just touching on that as well, winning the Beco 3 times in a row, getting 3 games of Premiership finals, I think you sort of almost built a bit of a dynasty here.
Yeah, look, I think it's really important to always keep looking at where you're heading next, and it's great to enjoy the good times, but they come off a really strong base, and we're really aware and really proactive in our own regions and centres to make sure that we're visible, that our players can see that we want to build a homegrown Pulse team. We deliberately don't have an import player because I really believe strongly that we've got to show to our New Zealand players that they're valued and they're worthwhile. And our young players know that. We have them really fully engaged. We work weekly with our Beko players, so we have strong connections. These guys have really good friendships within the Beko group as well, and we know at any stage that we can pull them up, and we're really confident in their abilities. So it's constant work. It's making sure that we're at under 15, at under 17s, at under 19 level, that we are really true to our own talent and that we've got to keep building it.
Is it hard when you've got such a solid group of players in that premiership team to keep those Beko League players,
Oh, absolutely. It's really hard because the opportunities and the opening for them to come through to the ANZ Premiership through the Pulse isn't necessarily always there, but we celebrate wherever they go. We've had a lot of players from our region who have gone off and either play for the Tactics or play here for the Stars or, in Auckland, and we celebrate everybody that continues in this game and continues to be at a high level, and we recognise we can't have all of them, but as long as we've made sure they stay in this game and that they're competitive and they're valued members of another team, then that's good for us. We try and keep them as much as we can, but look, as long as they're playing, we're really proud.
You must be satisfied as well to have that winners medal.
Yeah, I don't even know what I did with last year's one, such was the uninterest in it, but it is huge. Yeah. I have no idea where it went. It was it's an incredibly different feeling. Look, I don't get emotional about too much. I pretty much stay the same win, lose or draw, but just incredibly proud of the way this group have worked throughout, particularly these last 2 weeks. It's been really challenging to keep that engagement level. They've never once thought that they've had it. They just absolutely privileged to be in a final again, be in a position where they can take the opportunity. And so they've worked really, really hard this season. We're one of the fittest teams out there. And I think that shows not only when they're with us, but when they're away from us. And that's a real true mark of a high professional athlete. So we want to keep building that. We want to make sure that we have more players at Silver Fern level, more players in All-Stars, more players at under 21 level. We want to be a place where we produce athletes that contribute to the greater good of netball in New Zealand.
Great answer.
Can I just ask? Yeah, that was
great.
Amazing. Just finally on that club culture and the strength of it on the netball side of things, obviously growing from strength to strength every year. But this year we've seen even more the implementation of Te Reo Māori, Kaupapa Māori. So how has that helped with the building of culture in the team as well?
I think you saw, so every game day, that haka you saw, we do it every morning before a game. And that brings us together, that unifies us. And I think this year we've really embraced our culture and what each other bring and how we bring it. And I don't know how to explain it. It's just this feeling of unity that we have, and we've got so much mana and the wider in our side, especially game day is so strong. That's crazy. We come together as soon as we hit, walk in for captain's run. Everyone just loves seeing each other, loves being a part of it. We go to the middle, we do our haka, and we're ready for the day. I don't really know how to explain it.
And I think, Te Wānanga Rauka have been a really big part of us over the last 3 years, and it would be fair to say a lot of people were quite challenged initially and felt really uncomfortable
100%.
because it wasn't part of their world. And so to normalise within our environment that you don't have to be Māori to appreciate what being Māori is, and I think that's been a massive part of who we are, and to bring that cultural influence to understand that a home venue is about a place where you stand as your tūranga waiwai, and therefore you have that opportunity to really stand tall and proud. So I've watched each of them really grow in terms of their te reo Māori, but they have driven a lot themselves. They want to be better. They want to engage. The haka, they've been really anxious about doing that, and but at the end of the day, it doesn't actually matter what it is. It's what's behind it, the principles around, that, like you say, the unity, around the ability to be really strong in who you are as people, and that stands true first for us is our values. You can become a good athlete and not be a very good person, and we've worked really hard to have good people who are good athletes because we think they're better ambassadors for our community and for our game.